Very much. Great to see so many of you tuning in and to see, well, so many great games as well. GuMiho Snoot just fantastic. Feels as though we've just left Overgrowth as we go right back in to kick off this TvT series. To the top right hand side, the red Terran player is going to be GuMiho. And to the bottom left hand side, the blue Terran player is ByuN. Eldemente in the chat asking what is the WardiTV tournament, where does it come from, and does it do this every week? So we've just brought this event around. Obviously WardiTV has been around a while now and we've been running some events. This is our new weekly event. We're confirmed to do at least 4 of these, so we're going to be doing next week and the week after. We might have to change the days, unfortunately, because of the fact that we have got IEM qualifiers and I might be going to London on Monday as well, so that might be problematic. So yeah, that might be a little bit of a problem, but other than that, it's yeah, we're just confirmed to do these 4 events. We might do more afterwards. We'll see how, basically these are kind of a trial run. We're trying to see how good these events are, how well these events are going to go, and from these events we're going to kind of determine whether we do more of these and kind of keep on going. Might be an ad problem, says Kroak. I really don't trust this dashboard, man, when I'm running ads. Like, it bugged out the first few days I used it, and I missed out on like a lot of ad revenue. And now my ad revenue's been kind of crap again since using it, so I don't really trust it at all. But I'm gonna change to the old dashboard. I'm gonna change to the old dashboard and try and use it. And I don't think it should make any difference, though. That's the thing. It's kind of weird. Anyways, we set this up. You'll see a couple of Reapers on the way from both players, or 1 Reaper for both players, making a couple of Reapers in total. And a factory on the way from GuMiho, but he's going to be expanding, so his second gas coming in much later here, and his factory just a little bit slower as well. Now, ByuN going to go for the second Reaper. His factory about to finish, allowing him to go into a Cyclone. And so you'll have 2 Reapers in a Cyclone, nice and early on. And I'm just going to be seeing this couple of units just on the way out. Will be joined up together on the left-hand side. Watchtower, so is actually ByuN's going to proxy a starport, so a lot of pressure coming in from starport early on. From ByuN early on, from starport early on. From ByuN early on, with this double Reaper in the Cyclone, and then into the starport too. Now, a Cyclone of GuMiho will help him to defend, but it means that he won't be able to afford his own starport just yet. So actually, this is a good situation for ByuN, where he's actually heading into a position where he's just going to have a lot of pressure at the front. Is going to drag the majority of units from GuMiho away from the main base, and then he can get a Liberator into the main of his opponent very quickly, and probably get some good damage done. I mean, we're talking about the Liberator starting to build as the starport starts to build from GuMiho, so it's going to be pretty effective as... Oh, ByuN hurting himself there. Hitting himself into his own Reaper grenade, and that hurts. Means he doesn't actually get the Reaper kill, but he is still going to pick up an SCV. However, Cyclone coming down, nice grenade well placed to try and get his Reapers away. He's actually going to stick around with the Reapers. He wants to bring his own Cyclone in. He wants to start fighting this, so here we go. Reaper's going to fight against the Cyclone. Cyclone. Action going to go the way of both players. Both people getting the kill. 2 Marines stay alive from GuMiho, so a little bit of an interesting trade. A Reaper and a Hellion to reinforce now as well as ByuN keeps up the pressure. Again, killing the Cyclone though, and it gets rid of a lot of the kind of initial anti-air you can use to defend that incoming Liberator. And the Medevac on the way now as well does not really bode well, because that's not anti-air. That's not going to help against the Liberator at all. Now the Cyclone will. It will eventually kill it off. Some Marines moving into the main base too. Good preparation from GuMiho, realizing what this could be, and he's going to get into a good position to help defend against this. So Liberator will go down, kills 3 Marines and an SCV, maybe 2 SCVs, a third one as well. So 3 SCVs killed off. At the same time, a single SCV goes down on the low ground. So Tech Lab down. Now a Viking building currently from ByuN, but getting ready to go in towards this Cloak Banshee as a follow-up. However, Cyclone and Medevac will come over here. We'll find this starport and we'll begin to shut it down. So that's going to be goodbye to Cloak, goodbye to the Viking. Starport will just lift and back away. ByuN started building his own CC. There's a couple of workers ahead right now. Is it enough for him to be even in this game? Well, yeah, more or less. It's not going to be too much of an advantage to GuMiho, despite the earlier command center. ByuN should be more or less in this. He's just missing out on the second mule, which is kind of the biggest issue at this point. SCV count is actually okay on either side. Alright, so early stages of this TvT continues to set on up. A couple more barracks coming down from both players here. I'm going to be going up to 3 racks in total, factory, and still no starport actually from ByuN at home, of course, because he's floating his back home. So it is triple racks factory starport for GuMiho. He's setting up into a much more standard position, as GuMiho actually has a lot of supply right now to utilize. He's already got that Cyclone to half health, which is kind of annoying for ByuN, because now ByuN has to pull it back to repair. I mean, a Cyclone is kind of the major part of the damage in this army at this point in time. I mean, Cyclone's DPS is so high that losing your Cyclone while your opponent still has one can sometimes just be game-ending. Now, we're going to see the double drop into the main base. It's going to be a tank, a Cyclone, and 8 Marines afterwards as well. Cyclone in position here already from ByuN, but he'll have to pull away. The tank will siege up, and 2 Cyclones together will be moving forwards, and a few SCVs I think going to have to pull on in as ByuN down in workers, down in army supply. This is not looking pretty at all. As well, a nice target find from the siege tank, targeting down the Marines and the units in the back rather than the SCVs. It means that he's guaranteed to kind of deal a lot more damage because it keeps his own units alive for so much longer as well. Stimpack and combat shields on the way up from GuMiho in the main base. And I'm going to be seeing this couple of Marines and siege tank just coming down towards the bottom left-hand side. You're going to see the 4 Marines in the tank just going to lift up. I mean, ByuN behind, but still in the game. He's got his Stimpack and combat shields at a similar time. His +1's actually going to be ahead. He's down by 6 workers, 6 army supply too. But he's not dead right now. You know, he's got definitely a disadvantage in both ways. He's not got the map control either, which GuMiho has, which can help him to do even further damage. But it's not like he's on the floor, kind of being pinned down and trying to tap out. You know, he's in this position where he really is got the possibility of pulling it back. So GuMiho in an elite, but it's ByuN, and I would never doubt ByuN. I mean, a bit of a ByuN fanboy, but you just can't doubt the guy. He's just that good sometimes. You can see this medevac lift up a few Marines in the site and the tank, and back away over to the right-hand side. These Marines of ByuN still just moving around here as well, and attacking a few more Marines just setting up and collecting together still, just out the front of the natural expansion. You're going to see 2 more medevacs lifting up, 12 Marines inside, and GuMiho going to bring these down to the south. See what else he can do here is getting Marines and a couple of tanks gathering together. ByuN looking to set on up and see where else he can go. And I'm just going to be bringing again these 2 medevacs from GuMiho down to the south as well. Just setting up and unload a few more units over here. So let's see 1 Marine getting picked off. Another tank and Marines getting lifted up as well. Once again. Still just seeing GuMiho looking for opportunities right now. Again, utilizing his advantages to take the map control. The map control can turn into so many more advantages as well because it creates opportunities to really get damage done. He sees those Marines, he feels as though he can fight this anyway. Starts to unload here. As you're going to see the tank coming out, doesn't siege it just yet, just going to leave it a single target fire. Repositions it to allow the Marines to get into a bit of a better position. Now ByuN has sieged up his own tanks over to the left-hand side. That's where GuMiho's tanks are meant to go, but it'll sort of work out. ByuN's just going to take too much damage. He'll GG out after seeing the 3rd base of his opponent has finished building as well. GuMiho takes game, and I'll never forget just watching this guy dismantle players like GuMiho and Keen and Alive again and again and again, especially because they were the few very good players that kept signing up. We saw a lot of those TvTs, and we really just saw a masterclass in TvT from ByuN. Like, ByuN literally just showed us how to play TvT. Like, he was my inspiration for Terran versus Terran for the majority of last year, so it's kind of crazy to see him not having such a good time in the matchup right now. As he set up into game number 2, the bottom right-hand side of the map, the blue Terran player is ByuN. And his opponent to the top left-hand side is the red Terran. It's GuMiho. I think one of the problems for ByuN is that he does suffer from the current patch in the way that TvT plays. He likes to play aggressively because his macro is so good. His macro is so good. He can play so well. And because of that, he's able to really take advantages with aggressive builds early. But in the current meta, faster expands with a Cyclone to defend can do very well as well, and it shuts down what ByuN is very good at in TvT, which is utilizing the early game to create a very good position to move forwards from into the mid game. Now, game number 2, you can see that GuMiho is not messing around. He's going to go straight to the Proxy Rax Reaper to try and bring himself into a quick victory and into the semi-finals of today's WardiTV Weekly. So we're going to be seeing his first barracks finishing, and another barracks is not going to build actually. He builds up a Reaper in the orbital, so just the 2 Rax Reaper proxied here early on from GuMiho as he comes into scout, and ByuN once again is going double gas early. You can see ByuN coming over here as well, building a depot. Might look to wall this area off, would be very nice against the Reapers obviously. Will stop units getting into the main base completely from that sort of position. ICV from GuMiho coming up the main base now as well. We'll have a little bit of a scout around, see what else is happening, see what else is going on. Just seeing what is taking place right now. Not really too much though. You can see the SCV actually just backing away once more here. And there's those 2 Reapers of GuMiho just on the way up. So 2 Reapers of GuMiho on the way up. And they'll be, well, first one's already here, so, I mean, ByuN has to start pulling his SCVs in instantly. As he does pick off that SCV. I mean, the thing is, with the current patch as well, the current meta in TvT with the early Cyclones, well, you know, you're probably expecting that multi-Rax Reaper is not going to have a great time if you don't get really early damage done, because the Cyclones are just going to provide such a steady kind of position against the Reapers. As we're going to see, one Reaper gets taken down on its way out. Great micro by ByuN, keeping his Reaper alive. Now it's 2-on-2 Reapers. ByuN goes into it with a health disadvantage and does lose one of those Reapers. Cyclone not far from popping though. He's lost 3 workers. I mean, actually the economy is kind of even because of the fact that it's only 2 Rax Reaper. However, there's another Reaper going down right away. Cyclone picking up, actually not even the Cyclone picking up the kill, it was the Reaper, but Cyclone definitely helping. Now, we do have the factory finishing up in a moment or two in the main base of GuMiho. Again, his own worker count is not bad. He didn't cut workers to get this out early or anything. He just proxied the barracks. So now going into the factory, I guess the follow-up here from GuMiho overall is to look to play mech and not utilize the barracks, which are obviously on the wrong side of the map as it stands. So I guess GuMiho will aim to play mech here as the game goes on. Let's see, a couple more racks can be added here. The depot added into the wall as well. Just continue to set on up, and this SCV from GuMiho coming into position to drop down that command center in the main as well. There's those barracks going to float back home. I mean, he might not play mech. I mean, Echo is a good map for mech, easy to take the 3 bases on. And again, fairly short rush distance to push across. We'll see what he does with the barracks, I suppose. I guess actually the fact that he floats them back home is a bit more indicative of Bio, because if it was mech, he's more likely to maybe float one over here or over here somewhere, rather than just put them in his main base, because with those, he can actually use them to scout. Whereas if it's mech, I guess, you know, with mech you can use them to scout and you don't need Marines. Unless he just wants to make Marines to be safe, making a few units to help him defend early on. GuMiho comes out of this with a faster expansion, just over halfway done. However, it does build on the high ground, so the 10 to 15 seconds it spends floating over to the natural expansion is something that ByuN will gain on the CC build time. So he's actually, in reality, only about kind of 10-ish seconds behind on the command center, so it's not that big of a difference. As we're going to be seeing this Liberator coming in towards the upper left-hand side. ByuN, a few Hellions and Reapers as well. The Cyclone too will be looking to apply a lot of pressure here. There's only 2 Cyclones for his opponent. As this Liberator will push in, what does he do? He's just going to siege it up over here. I see these Reapers actually popping up to the high ground, targeting down the Cyclones. It's locked onto the... well, it's actually locked onto the Liberator. He actually blew the Cyclones into the Liberation range right there, into the Liberator zone, and that means that the Cyclone took a lot of damage, and that's why he got so low on health so quickly. Suddenly, ByuN is breaking through into the main base with 2 Hellions and a Cyclone. Liberator probably just going to die to this Viking, honestly, but I mean, so many SCVs will go down. I mean, 2 Cyclones just do so much damage. Actually, the Viking lands to try and fight here. Oh no, well, that's going to be more workers going down, and ByuN's counterattack is good to take game number 2, it would seem. I mean, if not winning right now, he's going to win in the very near future, because his lead is undeniable. Game called by GuMiho, good game called by GuMiho. ByuN takes game number 2 and ties this up 1 game apiece. Hopefully we can get our admin to hold the games for us. We'll see what the situation is when we come out of this game, though. So we'll kick things off to the top left-hand side of the map. Our blue Terran player is going to be ByuN. And his opponent to the upper right-hand side of the map, the red Terran player, will be GuMiho. Game 3 of this best of 3 then, guys. Again, thanks for sticking with us through a quick break. Do always appreciate it. We don't ever delay the games for the break. You know, sometimes you'll see us coming out of a game and we literally will be maybe a minute into the game because, you know, because of the fact that we had a you know, a quick break or whatever. Because of the fact that we were in the break, we just didn't get into the game in time. You know, the game started. We never delay the games to the break. We pretty much always maybe by 10-15 seconds sometimes, but we never delay the games or the action. We just run the breaks because we can run them quickly while we set up into the next games and all the rest of it. So that is why we run the breaks. So again, the ad revenue is a big part of why we can run these tournaments and why we can sit here as a stream and bring you guys this content on a highly regular basis. With live pretty much every single day, apart from when I fall really ill mid-cast like yesterday and stuff. But we're live pretty much every single day. So yeah, guys, let's kick off into this and see what will happen in game number 3. As you can see, this barracks finishing up here in GuMiho. Reaper on the way out currently, and just looking to see what's happening early, looking to expand himself, as is ByuN. Expansion early from both players on a bit of a more aggressive map, which is somewhat interesting. Also, thank you very much, Additional Pylon, who has donated $9 and says, "Go ByuN," with a little happy face as well in the donation message. Can we get some SDI hearts, please, in the chat, please, for Additional Pylon? and his $9 donation. Thank you very much. Do appreciate the $9. Let's see some love in the chat, please, for our donator. Thank you very much. You guys being kind today once again. It's been a good couple of months on the stream. This last week's actually been a little bit down on the stream, honestly, a bit quiet, but to be expected. I mean, there just hasn't been much to stream. It's also kind of a double whammy because like a month ago we had a lot to stream. So we're losing subs from the sub surge a month ago while also not getting many subs because there's not a lot to stream, you know? So it's been a little bit disheartening, but hey, we'll keep on moving upwards overall. I believe in us, boys. We'll keep on becoming the best StarCraft 2 stream around. That's the dream. Anyways, we see the command center on the low ground going to be finishing up here very shortly. And seeing this starport on the way in the main base as well. Starport coming up in the main base. Cyclone is currently building to just over halfway done. And the starport is building up from ByuN as well. So, similar builds. Well, not similar builds at all. ByuN is going for the Cyclone, so his starport's a bit later on, whereas GuMiho will go for the Widow Mine initially to help him defend against any sort of Cyclone trying to push up his ramp or anything. So we're going to be seeing this Reaper just going over to the right-hand side. And we'll be having a look to see what's going on in the next few moments. So Reaper going to pop one up. We'll actually get hit by this Widow Mine, which is still good information. Which is all he's aiming to kind of gather with this Reaper right now, information. It is good information because it means that he can see this mine. He can see this mine, so he knows what that build's going to be. Cyclone will take the middle of the map from ByuN as well and hold the position in the center. I wish you could donate without having to get a PayPal. You can. You can donate through Twitch alerts with the with your normal donation system, with a card, with a debit card, a credit card. You can do that without needing PayPal. As far as I'm aware, I get a lot of payments, a lot of donations through from cards nowadays, so you can do that if you would like to donate and not use PayPal. As you're going to see this medevac dropping in towards the main base here, then Widow Mine drop setting up from GuMiho. We'll get the Widow Mine burrowed. Initial Widow Mine shot going to go off on the Cyclone. It actually went off from an SUV, which splashed the Cyclone. Forces a scan. It's not really too much at all here, but just going to be setting on up as you're going to see this medevac. Going to drop back down to the left-hand side, and we're going to be seeing these SUVs pulling away to the side. Cyclone coming in will be repaired. Should be enough to defend this, and medevac from GuMiho will just have to back away. If you want to donate a match arena, you do need a PayPal. That is correct. That's my bad is. Ooh, Widow Mine goes off, and that's a very dead medevac right there. Is coming over with his own Viking, looking to try and take an advantage. Actually going to push up into the natural right now. Two Cyclones looking to try and see what he can get done. Units coming into position from ByuN from the main base. Is it enough? I think so. He's got plenty of Marines here. Viking might land from GuMiho and help push him up this ramp, but I think ByuN's in a good position to hold on. And we're just going to be seeing the few units from GuMiho coming back towards the top side. So they're going to come back towards the top. I'm going to see this stim pack is on the way up from ByuN as well. And the reactor continuing to come down too, as we're going to see a third rack's coming down from ByuN in the main base. The third rack's coming down from ByuN as well here. And we're seeing the stim pack is, again, as I mentioned, starting a bit earlier than GuMiho's. And that's a little bit scary for GuMiho, I guess, because it means that ByuN will have a lot of potential to take engagements in the foreseeable future. So that's going to be kind of scary. Now, on the other side of things, GuMiho does have a bit of a faster third command center. Setting up this third CC already. Starting to build this over here. So that's looking good for him, going into his extra barracks now. So for ByuN, with a much later third CC, he will be looking to apply a lot more pressure. With 2 racks already finished and reacted, he's building a lot more Marines at a time than GuMiho will be for quite some time. I mean, we're talking about GuMiho actually right now not even starting stim etc. still, right? So he starts a double tech lab, so he's actually going to be making 1 less Marine at a time, but he is going to go stim combat shields, so it's interesting. As we just set up into this, Marines, a tank and a Cyclone just sat to the side of this base, and we're going to be seeing, again, the few Vikings coming up the top side, looking to see where they can go. Marines, tanks, medevacs from ByuN. I mean, he's going to start getting aggressive, right? He's got all the advantages to play with in terms of actually attacking, so he should be looking to do something in just a few moments. These Vikings just going to keep on moving through the top, and we're going to be seeing this Cyclone from ByuN just scouting, sees the third base finish, so he'll know that this is a much kind of a great opportunity for him to basically do damage, right? Because he'll know that if the third CC so early, his opponent does not really have a chance to have as many Marines or anything up. So This is ByuN starting taking an aggressive position. You're going to see the double drop loading as well, and we'll see if that goes to the main or what exactly he wants to do with that. Marine Stimming forward, picking up a Viking here. Tank still siege. I almost felt as though ByuN could have engaged into that before those tanks sieged up, as we're going to see Vikings coming back in. And that's one dead Viking. That was a little bit overzealous, as those medivacs are now heading up the top side. ByuN starting to bring those around the top and looking to get into position in the main. Turrets on the way up, but they're not going to be ready in time. He's going to be in position once again, but actually the first CC engageable here by ByuN because he can get around those tanks. So forces a lift, forces SCVs to move away, and ByuN already finding that damage here early on as now he sieges up this tank in the main base. Marine Stimming once again. He's actually going to kill Stimpak and combat shields. Oh no, GuMiho. He's going to be without those upgrades for a long time now, and that is going to be very painful. SCVs pulling in, they're getting massacred over here. And this is ByuN taking a very good position in game number 3. I mean, he got a lot of damage onto those Marines there, and working a lot of those very, very low. And we're seeing those Marines actually now lifting up and going to start dropping down onto the siege tanks. That's the GG from GuMiho. And ByuN takes game number 3.